I like Tom Dwyer because I feel like I'm getting an honest opinion about what needs to be done in my car, and more importantly, what doesn't need to be done to my car. I don't feel like I'm rolling the dice and putting my pocketbook at risk every time I drop it off for whatever needs to be done. You get a laundry list of priorities, what needs to be done right away, what the consequences of putting something off will be, and I feel like I'm not getting a recommendation that's the best for Thom Dwyer's Automotive Services, but actually what's best for me as an owner of my car, and also recognizing that I might not have an unlimited financial resources to throw at my car.
And how long have you been coming?
A couple of years now. I found Thom Dwyer through the neighborhood grapevine. Tom's shop is in Sellwood, and that's where I live. And through various people I've met through the Sellwood Community Center, for example, I've kept hearing good things and good vibes about Thom Dwyer's Automotive Services, and I've been going there now for about 3 years and very happy.
If you had 5 sentences to recommend Tom, what would they be? If you had elevator speech, somebody asked you for a mechanic and you wanted to send her to Tom, so what would you say?
Well, I've actually given the little spiel to a few times. I'd say that if you want a real honest mechanic who's not going to give you a hard time and not gonna have you leave thinking you've just been taken advantage of, I'll give Thom Dwyer's a call. They're conveniently located at the end of the Sellwood Bridge, and they provide excellent service, and I've had no complaints. I think you have the confidence that your car is being taken care of by technicians who actually really know what they're doing and have training and ongoing training, as opposed to maybe a good meaning but not particularly experienced kid who just doesn't really know much more than hitting a punch card of checklist of what needs to be done. So I actually do take my car to Tom as opposed to Jiffy Lube, because I want a technician who's going to be able to spot a problem when they're actually doing something as mundane as an oil change. I feel that the technicians have a lot of training. When they talk to me, there's a level of confidence in what's being told to me that gives me the confidence I need to know that the right job is being done the right way. Everything is explained very, very clearly, without a lot of automotive mechanic technicalese. I'm not a car jockey. I don't pretend to be one. I've got enough on my plate without having to know the insides and outs of an engine, and I don't appreciate when technicians talk to me in language that is somehow supposed to, I don't know, tell me how smart they are. I would really rather know and understand what needs to be done with my car rather than hear a bunch of gobbledygook. I don't do that with my own clients in my profession, and I don't like it when other professions do it to me. Each profession has its own language and vernacular, but you have to be able to communicate with people who don't necessarily share the same passion for what it is you do for a living, and I don't get that from anybody at Thom Dwyer's. Everything is very clearly explained in language that I can understand, and there's no rush to get me off the phone. If I have questions, my questions. I've been hearing Tom's radio spots on KPOJ and the Thom Hartmann show in particular, and it sort of reinforced my good vibes about Thom Dwyer's Automotive, that he was saying, at least on the radio, a lot of things that I agree with as far as the environment and tying in car ownership with a progressive liberal political philosophy that I personally share. And so recognizing that there was maybe a connection there, I felt that it would be appropriate for me to support his business, as opposed to a business where I I have no idea what their politics are, or I know that their politics are very different from mine. Oh, my son really enjoys the rock collection. He's in the shop. They have the display cases, all kinds of neat geological treasures, and my son really has enjoyed the couple of times he's gone with me to drop off the car, to the point where he actually went out once to go with me if I have to drop off the car, because he enjoys looking at the rocks, and they are pretty cool.
You read the newsletter?
I do read the newsletter.
What do you think of the newsletter?
I like the newsletter. It's a good newsletter. I peruse it and then recycle it. But no, it's informative. It sometimes it doesn't seem quite as relevant to my particular needs with my particular car, make, and model. But I don't think that's the purpose of the newsletter. So I enjoy it for keeping me up to date on things like the carbon credits program and that sort of thing, and community outreach that Tom Dwyer's does. So I appreciate. I think it's great.